welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roxanne, the Tiny Taster, and today's recipe is the fantastic Moong Dal Pakoda. Now this is a really easy recipe. It's also great, especially in the monsoon when you want something crisp and fried. And they are perfect fritters or pakodas or bhajias, whatever you want to call them. But it is slightly healthier because they are made with moong dal and they are just oh so delicious. It's very easy to make. I'll leave the link down below for the detailed recipe blog post. It is a link to my website. Like all my recipes, I have all the ingredients and descriptions, tips and tricks, everything in that. So make sure you check that out. If you like this video, as always, please don't forget to give it a big fat like, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment and share it with all your friends. And without any further ado, let's get cooking.
In a bowl, add 1 cup of moong dal and another cup of water, and then rinse this properly just to get rid of any dirt or impurities. Then drain the water and then refill it and soak this moong dal in water for about an hour or so. Once this dal has soaked well, you'll see it sort of doubles up a little bit in size. This we're going to grind in your mixer grinder into a nice thick coarse paste. You'll add your moong dal to your grinder along with a little bit of chopped ginger and 1 or 2 slit chilies. Do not add any water, only very little if needed, and then grind it into a nice thick pulpy paste. Empty this thick moong dal paste into another bowl. This is going to be your batter, so it's essential that it is thick and not watery with too much water. To this, you will add in some salt for seasoning along with some pepper and some ajwain or carom seeds along with freshly cut coriander. This just adds seasoning. You can add other spices if you want as well. This is just basic. And then mix it all well so that everything combines. This is your batter. Fill your kadhai or wok with oil. Once it is nice and hot, you will start adding dollops of this batter in to make the vadas. People do this by hand, but I find that the oil splatters and it's a little bit dangerous, so I just use a teaspoon. Now, it's not going to be an exact circle. They're going to be slightly off shapes. That's completely okay. So I just use the teaspoon and take a dollop or so and keep adding it into the hot oil. And as you can see, it starts to bubble up frantically and then form a shape, and it starts to form nice thick vadas. You can add about maybe 4 or 5, as big as your pan is. You don't want to overcrowd it, but just do it in batches. And then once this starts to firm up a little bit, give the pan just a little bit of a shake, because that's when you know it's not sticking to anything and they formed up nicely. And then you will just toss this around and cook this completely till it turns golden brown. The first batch should take about 5 minutes, but then as the oil gets hotter and hotter, it won't take that long. As you can see, they have fluffed up nicely. They've puffed up. They're lightly golden brown. I like to cook it just a little bit more so that it gets a little bit of color on it. You can make sure not to overcook it because you don't want to burn it from the outside completely. You cook this on a medium flame, and then once they turn nice and golden brown, you just take them out and continue with the next batch. This is my second batch, so of course I'm a little bit more confident and I keep dropping in dollop after dollop. I give it a little bit of a second so that they don't stick to each other. I try to wait for one to firm up slightly, a couple of seconds, and then add in the next one. It usually does not add together, but it tends to if your pan or your wok is a little bit smaller in surface size. So eyeball it and see. And then again, once it starts to firm up, you can see it rising up to the top. I give it a little bit of a shake just to make sure that they're not sticking. And then if you think they're sticking, just try to break them up at this stage, because once it cooks and firms up, it'll all clump up together and then it won't be an individual vada. It'll be like a huge cluster of all these, and you don't want that. And then just toss them about a little bit, cook them again till they turn golden brown, and that's pretty much it. Or you keep doing this batch after batch till all the batter is over. These vadas are just delicious. I'm telling you, you're going to forget about potato vadas and you're going to forget about onion bhajias. Moong dal is the way to go. It's also far healthier because there's so much more protein. Serve this with chutney. I've deep fried some green chili and salted them as well. You can serve it with any dip that you like. It's best eaten piping hot, so please don't wait. Eat this nice and fresh. It's a great snack for kids or for anyone actually. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to check the link in the description box for all the more details. And of course, leave me a comment and I will see you guys very, very soon.